Hello crafters, Merry Christmas and welcome to today's video. My name is Gareth from G's Creations. Today we're going to be using a lot of stuff from the Pound store. The other things that aren't from the Pound store are the art glitter glue, which you can get from memomadeit.com. There'll be a link for that below. The new decorative oval nesting die set from G's Embellishment Emporium. There'll be a link for the store below and it will also pop out now. The white card bases are from my stash. You can get those in multiple places. You can actually get 6x6 card bases from the Pound store. I saw them in my local Pound store earlier on this week. So let's get cracking. So I'm going to do these 15 piece snowflake embellishments. So I'm going to be using those. I'm going to be using the Enchanted Christmas Designer Pad paper pad that they have. And I'm going to do a 6x6 card because you can get 6x6 card bases from the 99p store. So as I've done on this one, I'm going to do half the card in the blue, and I'm going to do a different colour top. So I'm going to cut this to size. So I need this to be about 1/8 of an inch showing through. So I need to cut that to size. So I'm just going to cut this to 1/8 of an inch shy of 6 inches. Don't get rid of that. It's big enough for a good sentiment or something like that. So we get that, and then I'm going to cut this so it's about 2.5 inches. Actually, I'm going to do it 2 3/4 inches, and that will sit on there like that. Did I cut it wrong? No. So why is it short? I'm also going to cut this side as well, so it's 1/8 of an inch shorter. Just make sure that all my measurements are correct. Yep. So then that should match, which it does. Okie dokie. So, very simple card, very cheap to make because 90% of the ingredients, so to speak, are from the Pound store. You can get glue at the Pound store. They did do some craft glue, and they also do like a stick glue, that type of thing, but I don't like using stick glues on cards because they don't seem to last very long. I've just realised I haven't stuck on my my glitter tape, my glitter washi tape, which is also available from Poundland. I should have stuck that on before I stuck it down, but it's no biggie. I can stick it down and make sure it's neat and tidy. Ideally you should have stuck this down before adhering these 2 pieces of designer cardstock to your card base, but I forgot, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm just going to simply put it on and cut it off. And then I can use my fussy cutting scissors to get the just to snip it off, make it neat. There we go. So don't do what I do. Put your this glitter washi tape is also available from the Pound store. They come in a pack of 3 for £1, and I'm going to put some of these on, but I also want a sentiment as well, and I'm going to use this nesting die. So let me get rid of these few bits of paper, and let's get a contrasting. I do like this grey. This grey really looks nice, so I'm going to use that, I think. So let's bring over my Cuttlebug. And these dies are actually stitched, and you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the pack. So I'm going to use the largest and then the next one down because I'm going to stack them like that. So I'm going to pop that in. You'll need your A plate and your B plate as well as a C plate, because this is die cutting. I'm going to use the sparkly bit of the designer cardstock. I'm going to pop you in and run you through. And then we have that, and as you can see, it's all stitched around the edge. I love this die set, absolutely love it. Now I need another colour. Should I use the blue? I think I'm going to use this bit of scrap blue. Right, pop that on. And then we have the other one. Let's get that out of the way. Right, so I want that to be underneath, and I want that to be raised, but I need to stamp it with a sentiment. Okay, I think I'm going to use the Snow One Like You from Memo Made It stamp set Snow Peaking. As you can see, this stamp set has been very much used. Okay, so I'm going to use that one, and I'm not sure if I want to use black ink because the card's very light. I think I might use my Misty. I think I'm going to use the Misty. I think I might use some white ink. So I'm going to pop this into my Misty, into the bottom, my right hand corner. In the magnet. I'm just going to use the one magnet, I think. Or maybe I can use the two. And I want that to go like that. Okay, and I think I'm going to use some white ink. So I've got this Versacolor. This is Versacolor in white. So I think I'm going to use that. Make sure I'm in frame. Yes, I am. And because I'm using the Misty, I can go over it until I get the desired white that I want. You see, that's great, but it's not white enough. But I can go back to it. And because I'm using the Misty, it's in exactly the right place. One more. Yeah, I like that. Right, let's give that stamp set a bit of a wipe. And that was just some cheap Versacolor white ink that you can get. I got mine on eBay, but I know the Brutus Monroe white ink is very good. It's on my list of things that I want to get. So I'm going to back that with some foam tape, if I can find it. Yep, there it is. Because I want that to be slightly raised. So just putting a bit of foam tape on the back, and I'm going to pop that in the center. Then I'm going to adhere it to the card using the good old what do you call it, art glitter glue, and I'm going to place that over the washi tape, and then I'm going to use these blue snowflakes to embellish it. I think I'm going to use the ones with the white. Just 2 of them on the bottom. So then it says, "There's no one like you." And then I can put inside a Merry Christmas stamp set, or not stamp set, but a Merry Christmas stamp. Or I can make just, you know, leave it all blank and write in there what I want to write. So join me later on today, where I will show you another card using items from the Pound store. So there'll be 2 videos from me
Before
today.
I go,
I want to show you the other cards. So we have the 6x6, and these are some standard C6 size, UK standard size cards. And like I said, the only thing that I didn't use from the Pound store was the card bases, and they do 6x6 card bases in the Pound store. The art glitter glue, and obviously the die set, which is available from my store. Everything else came from the Pound store. And I think these would be a lovely gift if you've done a set of them. If you've done like a set of 6 or a set of 8, you could get plenty out of the cardstock that you get in the pads. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you again very soon, and a very Merry Christmas to you all. Bye now.